Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So why don't we start by introducing yourself?
Tim Lane
And you're from Davis?
from Davis. Yep.
How long have you
Also
lived in
known
Davis?
back then. I was known in the '80s, like early '80s, as Dog Bite with the mohawk.
You were known as Dog Bite? Who called
Yes.
you Dog Bite?
I think Eric Wentz. He started that. The old punkers used to call me Dog Bite because I'd go around growling at people.
Who got you into the punk rock scene?
See who didn't. I think it just magnetically happened for me. It was like, yes.
So like a form of rebellion for you?
Absolutely,
young
all
age.
day. It was somewhere to be totally different. Yeah.
Was like a feeling of rebelliousness against society or the society around you or people
All of the
around you?
above, yes.
Or just Davis?
Everything. All of it.
Okay. What were your first experiences with skateboarding? Who were your first skateboarders that you saw, and when did you first start getting into it?
I went from unicycle to skateboard really quickly.
What year was that?
Jeez. I was 12 years old, and my first board was a Dragon Stick, Kryptonix Dragon Stick. We called it the Kryptonix Dragon's Dick. But yeah, pretty good. Yeah. Those
So
were the
what
days.
progressed from there?
Shenanigans. Just kidding. Let me see. I have a list here.
Okay.
Let's see. Joe Eddy. Yeah, Joe Eddy came into town from Ventura. He had like long hair down to here. He would like carve. He carved like he was surfing. Like carved the streets. It was crazy. Like just all contorted, and it was awesome. I'd never seen anything like it. But
So you saw him skate, and that inspired you?
back then, yes, that was when I was about 14. I jumped ahead a little bit, but yeah, just I started skateboarding, didn't know much about it, and just started doing it and loved it, every minute of it. But let's see, we started. Any other? What else you got?
What people were around you in the beginning when you first started skateboarding?
Let me see. First started skateboarding. I have it all written down here. The Davis Ditch. That would be like Scott Jones, Beth Allen, Sean Harris, Rusi Gustafson. There was like we were all punk rock kids with mohawks out there, industrial wasteland in Davis, and we would skate this thing every single day. Just built ramps up onto it, and it was a lot of fun. But that was when I was like, this is amazing. Totally independent of society, and no one else was doing it. Everybody kind of hated it, So it was not popular at all. It's like skateboarding was a crime. Which for Scott Jones and Beth Allen, Rusi, Sean Harris, all those guys. They were about 5 or 8 years older than us.
Were they kids in the neighborhood, or how'd you know them?
They were just at the ditch. We had found the ditch, and then I think we were skating it, and these cool kids came up, the older kids, and there we were, and we're like, this is amazing. So that was fun. But then I totally got into punk rock with them, and they called me Dog Bite, and Beth Allen, that was my she was like 5 years older than me. She was like, we're gonna get married someday. I'm like, yes.
When was your first interactions with Jeff Clint and Ron Allen?
I saw the interview. I would not have remembered until he said so. But Ron Allen, we met up at AM/PM, I guess, and from there on, Ron Ron was in his 5 or 10 years older than us, but he took us under his wing, and he practically like sponsored us, and we would just hang out with him, like on the weekends, the whole weekend. But we did that a lot. Jeff Clint, we skated with a lot. He was like an amazing artist, very talented at everything he did, and skateboarding, and he ended up being, I think, part owner of Real Skateboards, and yeah, those were good times, very good times.
Stopped. Can you describe some of the places you skated in Davis with those guys, or some of the first places downtown? They said parking lots. Do you remember certain parking lots you guys skated in Davis?
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely the Davis University Mall. That was a big one where like most of it started. I met Ron Allen at AM/PM, which is at the University Mall, pretty much. And we would skate those curbs all the time, and there were really high curbs there, like 2.5 foot.
They were in a planner, as I recall.
Yeah, the big
Yeah.
planners and the little planners, and they were just rail slides for days on those. But yeah, that was fun. Ron Allen, yeah, and the of course the Davis contest that the Davis Central Park.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the contests that were there?
That was where I met Rick Windsor, and all of the Sacto folks came to that contest. So it was kind of a awesome time. But I competed in contests there I think they had one every year, every summer. And through the interview, it was funny to find out that they were paying their rent with those contests.
I thought that was
and,
funny too.
Shackled me not.
Yeah, I thought that was
That's
pretty funny
great.
too.
Yeah, I remember. I remember those times. It was fun. But let's see, skated in those contests. I won a couple of them, and it's where I really started to kind of find my skateboarding. But let's see.
What did you skate at the contest? You remember what board you had?
I had a Santa Cruz. At the time, Rick Windsor, he pretty much took us under his wing too, and we would hang out with him on the weekends. And I know it was a Santa Cruz, but he was sponsored by Santa Cruz, so we kind of were too. But we never had like official sponsors. It was this flow team, like Santa Cruz, Blockhead, Go Skate. We would go to Go Skate, and they would just kick us down like all kinds of gear. We'd come out with like bags of gear, but it was really fun.
I remember we would come over to your house and we would mooch things off of you.
Right.
Like shoes. Me and Adam were talking about that. Like mooch your shoes. And like we were thinking about it just recently, like why would I want somebody else's shoes?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I would always come over to your house and see what shoes you had.
Shoes and wheels, decks, rails, all that stuff.
How do you feel about that now? Do you feel that that was a good thing, or do you feel that you might have wanted to be sponsored by back then? Or
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird time. I do wonder about that. Like, why wasn't I ever sponsored? I didn't really push for it. I wanted it, but just because I wanted free gear. And at the time, in the 80s and 90s, part of the 90s, I was thinking about that. There wasn't really much else that you got when you were sponsored, other than gear and maybe a little bit of money. Like a couple $100 here and there or something, but to get you from one place to another. But yeah, being sponsored just was more of like it got you gear and a little, got you into magazines or something. But now, that's totally different. It's like there's X Games and all that.
Well, right now you can be sponsored by Mountain Dew and whatever sport drink or who knows what.
Yeah, and retire after 5
And-
years. Yeah. So that was interesting.
You said some of the Sacto people were there at the contest. Was Randy Caton there?
I don't remember if he was there or not, but a lot of the Vacaville folks came.
Okay.
I met a lot of Vacaville people in that same Davis Shuckle Me Not series contest. We called him John Plant Potato Head. What else? Matt Amarat, R.I.P. He's not around anymore. Then I met who else? There's so many. Jamie Brewster. All kinds of skate heads there.
When did you first meet Corey Scholes from Legend Skateboards?
Sheesh. He's my brother. That's like my blood brother right there. He pretty much moved into our house like at I think 14 years old. He was there. He was like he practically had his own room, but he was there every weekend. I was probably 15 when I met him, 16.
Okay.
And we skated and hung out for many, many, many years. But yeah, our house at that time was kind of like people thought it was like a foster home. There was so many people staying there, like skaters and like Danny Breed, R.I.P. for that. That's my boy right there. Danny, Matt Amarat, sheesh.
Well, your mom was very hospitable too, as I recall.
Yeah.
I remember she tried to hire me to hand out flyers or something for her. Was it cleaning?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I turned it down, but I remember Oi was doing that or something.
Sure. Absolutely. Gotta get that lunch money, you know what I'm saying?
She would make us tea from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes, sir. She's a homeopath. That's how I grew up.
And she still recognizes me to this day when I see her. Yeah,
Sure,
she's always been very nice to me.
Awesome. Yeah, it was like there was probably like 5, 6 people that weren't our kids living there, pretty much. From time to time, and it was great. We would just skate all the time, and I was traveling on the weekends all the time. Skateboarding contests. And
Okay. Was this with other people that had told you about the contests, or
we would just
group of people?
Just whatever. Ricky would have something lined up, and we would go travel to like Reno contests and skate in them and place and stuff. It was fun.
It sounds fun.
Yeah. It was pretty much like being sponsored. I mean, I was technically sponsored by, it was more Flow Team on, was it Blockhead, Go Skate, and Rick Windsor, Fan Club.
Flow Club.
Yeah, Sam Cunningham used to, he used to meet us at the Blockhead warehouse and just give us boards and whatever. But I started seeing, High Roller and Sam at High Roller in early 80s.
Is High Roller a park in Sacramento?
High Roller is a skate shop.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it closed probably mid 80s maybe, and he was always there, flipped up hat and just OG.
Did you ever meet Dave, the owner of Blockhead?
Yeah, we used to skate with him. I think there was a ramp at Blockhead, but yeah, we skated with him a lot. He would, the Flow Team was great. Didn't really need a sponsor at the time, we had a lot of people giving us boards, and it was great.
Sure.
It was fun.